Welcome back to Newsday. Thank you for staying with us. The federal government has reached a tentative agreement with Academic Staff Union of Universities around the renegotiation of the 2009 Agreement on Service Conditions. ASUU has been at loggerheads with the government since 2009. The union's updated demands now drafted in a renegotiation agreement. The action items include demands for the payment of withheld salaries and sustainable funding for the revitalization of public universities. Others include the payment of outstanding 25 to 35% salary arrears, the payment of over 4 years of promotion arrears, and the release of withheld third-party deductions such as cooperative contributions and union check-off dues. We're now being joined by Arise News analyst Dayo Sobowale to discuss the consensus between the federal government and ASUU and the need for both parties to respect the terms of the agreement. Good afternoon, Mr. Sobowale. Many thanks for being here.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here, sir.
Of course. Well, what do you make of this so far?
Well, the dispute between ASUU and the federal government is an overflowed issue. It's an overflowed issue. Look at the interval. They are now going to implement something that they have been negotiating for almost 7 years.
Yeah.
And you can bet by the time they implement them, even the monetary values of what they asked for will not be as much as when they did. And you see, the ASUU has created a very poor image for itself in terms of negotiations. And the image of our home-based university education now, the image is not that good. Many people who can afford it have found money and time to send their children overseas, and most of them have come back when some of their mates are still in the university because of protracted strikes. And I hope this time, see, it's not as if they have totally agreed. They're having a meeting January 26 to sort things out. And they are warning government that government should implement it. You see, this is an historical problem. Several governments have been in touch with them. So hopefully, let's hope the Tinubu government will implement all what they asked for. But I wish them luck, because to me, the cost benefit of what they are getting now is way more on the quality of education of our youth and the future of our youth in terms of finding employment and getting the required skills in time. They have protracted that. Let's leave it at that.
But Mr. Sobowale, I'd like to take you up a bit on what you said. You said ASUU has a poor image in terms of negotiation. Well, but then I'm wondering, is it really ASUU that has poor negotiation skills? Or is it the federal government that over the years has been headstrong and, shall I say, a bit indifferent about the growth of the educational sector?
You are taking sides.
I'm asking
in negotiations. You see, in negotiations, you try to achieve what is called integrative industrial relations. You don't lose face if you compromise. And in trade disputes, one side is the boss, the other side is the worker. The worker cannot continuously threaten the paymaster and think he will get away with it. If it is in the corporate world, they will fire them. But because they are essential to our quality of life and future economic development, that's why they have been pampered. So I'm trying to balance it. I'm a product of university education. I'm trying to balance it. Government can wield the big stick, but if you confront government, see, these things have been going on since even military rule. But these are civilian times. They are eggers, they are PhD holders. They should find a way of even hoodwinking government into agreeing to whatever they put on the ground, not threatening government as if they are talking as socialists. See, look at their language. They said they are taking on the ruling class. Though I can use such language because I'm a journalist, but you go to negotiate with your boss, it happens to be government, and you're calling it the ruling class. Look, let them mind their rhetoric, let them simmer down and get what they say, a bird is in hand is what two in the bush. If they don't take time, you are literally at war now with the intervention of Trump. Government will not even have the money to fulfill what they are talking about. And if you don't have security anyway, you can't go to any university or do any business. So they should temper their rhetoric, their manner of taking on government. I'm not condoning government, but you see, government has limited resources. Now, okay, somewhere in France, they say their general said they must be prepared for war with Russia because after Ukraine is coming for them, and that they must be prepared to see their children die. And for more money to go into buying weapons. That is reality. That is reality. As things stand now, you don't know how this Sokoto strike and all the other things loading up in front of our eyes, you don't know how they will end. And that will destabilize the priorities of government, especially where they are concerned. I wanted free education, I've always told. But my teacher in school told me that there are competing priorities. There are competing priorities. So it's not possible. If government does not have the resources, it can make education free. So similarly, let ASUU, I'm not saying you use their brains now, but let them use their skills. They are in the ivory tower. Mm-hmm. They have more access to more knowledge than the people they are negotiating with. Why can't they, again, hoodwink them into signing what will benefit them?
That's true.
Yes,
Mr.
that's
Sobowale,
pure negotiations.
In just a minute, please. You've already stated all the realities on ground in terms of competing priorities like security and the likes, and also stating that this agreement might not even have as much value as it did when it was initially placed. Yes. So if you could give any tips on how there could be a balance in terms of making ASUU happy and also not being on either side, but to give ASUU what they've been asking for all this while. Would you say there should be a renegotiation or the agreement should be revised?
This is already a renegotiation. Mm-hmm. This one.
This
one is a renegotiation that will be implemented on January 26th last year. My own advice, you want my own frank advice?
Yes.
They say a bird in hand is what two in the bush. Let them collect all this first.
Okay.
And thereafter, come back. These ones are many. The professors will have, on retirement, will have their full salary. And then they have 40% salary increment. They are massive. Let them take the body now again. It's what two in the bush. Let's leave it at that.
Well, Arise News analyst, Mr. Dayo, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.